Hey, what is going on, guys? Matt from Team Mullet here, coming to you guys with a commentary gameplay. Yeah, commentary gameplay video, and not Call of Duty. This game is Unreal Tournament 2004. This game is a classic. It works great. I love it. So much fun. I like this game a lot because it reminds you a lot of Quake, and I was a big fan of Quake. And so I saw this game and it appealed to me, so I'm playing it. I downloaded this off Pirate Bay, and I have also, I think it's 19.99. And the servers, they both work fine, like online. They're private servers, but they work perfectly, and there's a bunch of people that still play this game. Anyways, that's not what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about Unreal Tournament. I'm talking about my topic that I want to talk about today, and it's about my first time experimenting with alcohol and drugs, and like what I thought, like my views on it, and what I think about it. So I'm going to talk about the first time I got drunk first. So what happened was I was hanging out with some friends, and they asked me to come over like for the night. I was like, okay, what are we gonna do? And they're like, oh, well, we're gonna be doing some drinking. And I was just like, oh. And at this point, I did not drink at all. Like my first time drinking was when I was 18. Yeah, I'm a loser, right? Who cares? That's just me. But really, like I got invited to like my first party. Like I've been invited before, but I never really thought drinking was cool. I thought all like people made it like sound not fun. Like all they were like, oh man, yeah, I got pissed drunk and fuck this bitch and YOLO swag, cocaine. And I'm just like, okay, like I don't really care about like that stuff. Like I just had fun gaming and shit like that. You should call me a loser, but you know, fuck it. Like it's just who I was. But I was just like, you know what? Who cares? Let's just go to this party. It should be. We'll see how fun it is. So I go to their party, and then they had all these like things. Like they had a big 26er Weiser, some coolers, like those were pre-drinks, some beers, all this stuff. That's just a bunch of guys like that I was hanging out with before we went to the bigger party. There was about 4 people with me. Like that's including me. And because I didn't want to drink, because I didn't think like it was cool at the time, or I don't really think it's still cool. But all I had to drink was a sample bottle. And, I drank my sample bottle and I was like, okay, I'm done. Well, they're like, oh, come on, man, like, you gotta get drunk, and stuff like that. And what had happened was I had given into peer pressure. Now, I'm gonna say this, I never peer pressure anyone to do anything, unless it's something stupid or funny. Like, if I'm with one of my friends at the mall and they're like, oh, you know what I should do? I should run around the mall and just scream fuck and just, like, run to stores and push it over. I'll bug them about it. I'll try and peer pressure them into doing it, because I think it'd be funny as fuck. But I was like, yeah, do it, man, do it. Like, don't be a pussy, do it. But I'll never like peer pressure someone into like doing drugs or fucking drinking, because it's not right. Like if they want to do it, they can try it themselves. Like it's all up to them. But so what happened? Yes, I had given into peer pressure, and that's just me. But what had happened that night was it was the first time I ever got drunk. I got pissed drunk, and I didn't know anything happened. But my friends had told me in the morning, so. I guess what had happened, like when I had gotten drunk, was that my friend said I had said the funniest thing that they've ever heard when they were drunk, and it was me, I guess, doing a cowboy impression, going, "This town ain't big enough for the both of us," and they had laughed so hard. And from this day, like it's still probably one of the funniest memories they'll ever have from parties. Anyways, what had happened was I had finished my sample bottle, like I was saying. And my buddy had this 26er Weiser, so he's just like, you know what, like here, like have some, get drunk. Well, I took a sip of it, and I didn't really care for it. He's just like, oh come on, don't be a big pussy and shit like that. And I looked at him, and I just started downing it. Like I got pissed drunk, like to the point where I had no idea what was going on. Well, what happened was we went to this party, and it was like any other party. And now, before I get any farther, when I first, like, before I even drank, like, I was known a little bit in the town. Like, I was known as Matt, like, the really nice kid and shit like that. Well, after I had drank, and what had happened was, basically, somehow, everyone in my entire, like, town knew who I was, which is, I think, is kind of weird. But, like, because what had happened was, after that party, like, I went to Tim Hortons the next day with my friends, and I don't know where these random people see me and they're like, hey, it's Matt. I'm like, hey, I don't know who you are. And then they introduced themselves and they're like, oh, you were at the party, you were pissed drunk. And I was like, oh, you guys remember what happened? And then we all sat down. They told me exactly what happened. The only thing I can say about my first time being awesome was the fact that I had made it with 7 chicks that night, and they were all decent, which was awesome. So that's my upside. And basically, there's really nothing else to say about it. Now, my first time with pot, oh my god, this was something that really, like, I really don't think I should have done it, but, and I don't do pot often, like, I only do it really if I'm with a friend, like, I got a party, like I said. But what had happened was, I was drunk again, And I don't drink hardcore, but like I'll drink casually, and like I'll get drunk if I feel like getting drunk. But I'll usually just drink casually, and I was pissed drunk, and I went over to my friends to see what they were doing, and my one buddy was just like, "Yo, dude, like you gotta try some of this. I'd never done pot before," and he just like, "Come on, man." And you gotta do it. And I was like, well, all right, like, you know, it's hip and shit like that. And I actually said that. They said I was like, oh, you're acting like if you were older than us, like making fun of us, but you're doing it anyways. And so I was like, yeah, it's hip, it's all hip. I guess I'll join the hip crew. So I had done pot while I was drunk, and I don't ever recommend doing that because I'm gonna get into what happened after that. So I did the pot, and I got piss high, like really not piss high, but really high. Well, this is another party memory that no one's gonna forget. Was after I had done it, I had walked into the house, and I think it was Trevor or Tyler, one of the two. I went up to, and I was like, "Man, I think I'm addicted to pot," and I said that, and like it was probably one of the funniest things they had ever heard. But hell, you know, that's just me. And afterwards, we were heading home from this party. I had greened out my first time. Yeah, I know you can call me a little bitch. Off one joint too. I had greened out. And, you know, it was pretty embarrassing, but you know what? I still had a good time. Now, what I'm trying to, like, this is basically what I want to say is that, I know people, like, nowadays are thinking, like, oh, you know, 420 blaze up, faggot, or, hey, get drunk or else you're a little bitch, like, go kill yourself, shit like that. You know, drinking is one, like, drinking and doing drugs are obviously a different thing. Like for drinking, I would like even though like it's bad to say, I'd recommend casual drinking than drugs. That's just my opinion. But like I guess it really depends on who you're saying this to. Like, so some people could like pot more than weed. Sorry, pot more than weed, pot more than drinking. But I don't know. To me, like alcohol isn't something like I'd say go out and do like go drink all the time. I wouldn't go say, hey, you know what? If you really want to be cool, then like, you know, go buy yourself a 26er every 2 days and fucking down that shit up. Like, come on, don't be a little bitch. No, like if you're gonna drink with friends and be safe about it. Like, you don't want to just keep pounding back like you're always getting hammered, because like you might think it's fun and all that for like the first little bit, but eventually when one bad thing happens, not even just to you, but if one bad thing happens to like one of your friends, like you'll know, like, hey, it was because of alcohol. So really, if you're gonna drink, like, do it safe and like be cautious. Like, don't kill yourself because of it. Weed, on the other hand, you know, I don't say like I'm gonna say this again. I wouldn't say go out and just, hey, like go smoke weed, like 420, blaze up, faggot. No, like if you really want to try weed, give it a try. Okay, I would not force. Like I said, I'd never force someone to go and try and smoke weed, like if they don't want to. Okay, it's something that, like, if you really want to try it, okay? Like, it could hurt you because some people are allergic to it. I know Zach from the team is allergic to the smell, and he can't even smell it, and his brother does it, and it really bugs him. But if you're gonna do weed, like, you know, if you can try it once, and then you go from there. Like, if you want to become a pothead, that's your choice. If you just want to say, like, you tried it, you tried it. But that's really all I can say about that. But anyways, guys, this is coming to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed this commentary. I hope you didn't mind the topic. I know there's going to be different views on it, but I just had to get that off my chest. And I hope you guys have a good one. So stay classy, guys, and subscribe to Team Mall for more videos and stuff like that. Have a good one.